Hey, my name is Reggie with McCold Partners, and today I'm going to go over a quick tip regarding your patio. Now, one of the problems that a lot of people have is weeds coming up through the cracks between the patio and the house. The reason that happens is because when the patio is poured, after it dries, the concrete tends to shrink, and that is what causes a crack between the house and the patio. Now, while there's nothing you can do about the crack between the patio and the house, there is something you can do about weeds coming up. Now, this gentleman here in this house hasn't maintained it, and it's actually pretty bad. This is almost a worst case scenario. You really don't want to let it get this bad, but it's actually good to use as an example so I can show you how easy it is to correct. It's easy, but it does take a while to do. Okay, materials I'm going to use to complete this project are gloves. I'm going to use some Roundup, which is pretty much a weed killer, and also the product I'm going to use to seal the crack is called Quikrete Crack Seal. Now this is gray, and you know the majority of them are gray to kind of match your patio and match the concrete. However, if you do have a patio that has been stained, and a lot of people do, these do come in different colors. I usually can't get them in the big box stores, but you can order them online. Okay, just to kind of quickly show you what we do. I kind of cleared out a space. You can kind of see this whole area looked like the patio basically, with all these weeds coming out. Now, like I said, it's easy, but it's tedious. It's kind of a pain. But you're going to have to try to clean it as best as possible. And you may even want to pressure wash it. But once you get the area relatively clean, what I would do is spray some Roundup in it. Just kind of let the Roundup penetrate, get down there, and get the weeds that are beneath the ground. Okay. And you know, on the normal circumstances, I would let this dry, let this settle, let this get in. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just gonna go to the next step. Next thing is, this stuff is pre-blended. That's what's good about it. It's already been, blended with. It's got some sand in it and a sealer. It's all mixed together. Pretty much, it's simple. You kind of shake it up, and it has a nozzle on the end, and you get into the crack. Okay. Another reason you should wear some gloves. Probably gonna try to want to work it in a little. Now, it's not gonna be pretty at first. It's probably never really gonna be pretty, but once it dries and once it kind of gets dirty like the concrete, it's gonna blend in pretty well. You may even need to put a couple of coats depending on how deep the crack is, and that's pretty much it. It's not a big deal as far as the application, but it can take a long time, especially if you let it get to this point where all these weeds are just coming out the ground and pretty high. I'm actually going to talk to this homeowner about not letting them happen. So what you need to do, kind of maintain it, kind of check it out once or twice a year, and when you see weeds coming up, just address them at that time. And like I said, you can use some Roundup, kill them, and apply some of this seal to it. You can get this seal at Home Depot, Lowe's, any big box store you can get it. But like I said, if you want something with a color, you probably want to order it online from quikrete.com. That's pretty much it. Please read our newsletter, which comes every month. Follow us on Twitter. And if you have any questions, you can email us. Or you can also put your question on Twitter. That's pretty much it. Thank you so much. See you next month. Bye.